All right, welcome back everybody. Good morning, and we are back with another feeding video, and this Orange Dream Leopard Enchi is ready to go. So we got a couple of the bigger ones already fed. So not to make this too long of a video, we're just going to start feeding some of these beautiful snakes. So we got the ball pythons like normal that are on the rat pups or weans. We'll feed him. We'll put him back. And then it's pretty exciting because we're feeding both of the anacondas. We are feeding the Burmese, which her cage looks pretty gross, but she just shed out, so we'll look at her in just a little bit. So that is her shed. It's very exciting. She's growing very well this year. And we're going to check out this Super Mojave, which she is finishing up her rat. Feed the Fire Enchi clown if she is interested. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Perfect. Then we'll swing around here to the female banana pied. And as she's getting older, she's getting more black speckles down her body, and she's kind of starting to lose her brightness of the purple colors. If you hit the lights just right on her, you can still see the purple hue, but really nice yellows and a lot of pattern on her, which is exciting. So we still have a lot of rats to feed off. And then under her lid, we've got a extra large for Pop-Tart, the whatever this size is for the Burm, and then this one is for Mountain Dew. So not going to feed the newest Anaconda just yet. But I think we need to feed some of these off because the Peaches, the Burm, is ready to go. So I know her cage looks kind of gross. I had the Aspen in there. The Aspen is working out fairly well in the rack system, but on the extremely high humidity enclosures where the bigger boas and the Burm and the Anaconda, it just didn't work out well. So I put the paper in there and I soaked the paper down because I knew she was going to be in shed. And we got a perfect shed out of her. So I'm going to feed her. And then about 3 or 4 days when she poops, well, I think I'm gonna have to clean everything out anyway. So let's just go ahead and feed her. So she could definitely take a bigger meal than that. Or, but I think it's still okay. She's still on a weekly-ish schedule, so she has very, very nice colors, gorgeous patterns on her. So we'll see her eat when she is ready to do so. I'll open the door on Pop-Tart, but she's ready to go as well. So let's just feed off some more of these baby-ish ball pythons. So I don't know how I want to do this. Make this a lot easier for me. So let's feed the Guyana Redtail because I know she's hungry and she should be on weans. So the rat pup's a little small for her. And then we'll feed the Hypo Jungle Pastel a rat pup as well. Really, really nice colors on her. Nice bright tail. I love the patterns down her back. And we need to go into, oh, this girl just shed out as well. Lift the lighting up just a little bit. So this is the female Mystic Potion. I do have a male as well, so she just shed out. I love her colors. I think the Mystic Potion is probably one of my favorites that is not a pied or a clown. Although I do like the highways as well. But this reminds me of the highway, and it's a fraction of the cost. So we'll see if she wants to eat. But she's striking, so there she is. She's hungry. I just like how it's broken up right here. There's a lot of purples, a lot of grays, and as they get older, you can see some rings down the side of her. Those will become more visible. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that goes on with that gene. And this is the Superfly Clown. She normally does not strike. Let me get a little bit closer. She normally doesn't strike and eat, but when I come back in the morning time, or just a couple hours later, normally her meal is gone. So she is a great eater. It's just kind of like it's on her own terms, basically. Then we have the Fire Yellow Belly, and she pied. Love her colors, and she's growing very nicely for 2021. She's striking. She's just, so we'll just put it right here, make it easy for you. Sometimes they'll strike a couple times, and then they are like, I'm kind of bored. So she ate, which is awesome. So we're gonna watch the Burm eat, and then we'll let her eat very soon. All right, we have the VPI IMG female, which is this girl's gorgeous, and it's crazy because she's a 2021, and I'm already feeding her rat pups, so she's growing up very, very nicely. And the 2019 is still on rat pups. We still have 2020s that are not on rat pups, which possibly could be on rat pups, but it's just kind of like such as the Snow, but I'm just keeping her on adult mice right now, or him on adult mice, because boas are a little weird. I don't want any regurgitations with them, so we're just gonna keep feeding what I don't know, I guess what I feel is appropriate. And then with this is another IMG Motley Hypo Jungle, which is het for Snow rat pups, which this one could be on weans as well. So I think I need to start getting, I think if I feed them weekly on a smaller size, it's okay. But if I start bumping the food up, then I have to put the food out like a little bit longer. So I think weekly they're doing well. They still have really good body tone on them. They have good muscle. They're not picking up a lot of fat. But it's kind of hard to get the smaller snakes, the younger snakes, really fatty because they do have a lot of energy, so they burn it off faster. But once they start to get bigger, obviously, then they don't burn as much calories, I guess, like humans. And then, yeah, we get issues with over fattened snakes. So here we go, still eating. So Pop-Tart is on her way out. So we'll feed off this leopard yellow belly clown really fast. And you can see the belly on him. So very, very exciting that he is eating and growing. So we got this very large rat. So we're going from the largest pretty much to the extra large. And we'll see if she, oh, there she goes. She sees it. So she is very smart on knowing what is food and what would be like my hand. So I can pretty much just tap her on the head and I reach my hand in her cage. So she's getting very, very nice size. So she just needs to start getting a little bit wider. So we'll see if she eats, because sometimes, I don't know, like last time I fed her, she was not very curious on eating when she was out. Oh, there she goes. So she's very strong. So we'll let her eat. I know some people don't like the fact that snakes eat outside of their enclosure, and you know, some people say that it makes them more have a feeding response when they're out of a cage, but that could be with some snakes. I try not to feed my snakes out of a cage just because there's just I just have too many to take out of a cage, and every single one, I mean, it would just take me all day. But with her, I've noticed that she'll come out of her cage, she'll eat, and then she'll just very peacefully go back inside. So I do have her on paper right now. She's been pooping like crazy, and then with like the mulch and stuff, I've been, you know, it's hard to get in there and find all the poop with the mulch. So spot cleaning has been tough. So I'm hoping the paper helps out with cleanliness. So we fed him, and we'll probably watch him eat in a little bit. And then we'll feed off a black pastel pied female. And then we have a ivory, which is the super yellow belly and sheep pied, which this girl looks phenomenal under the right lighting. You can kind of see the pied in her. And here we go. If she's even interested, which she should be. There we go. And I have one more, and I don't know who to give it to. But I'll figure that out here in a little bit. And, okay, yeah. I have too many. So here we go. So it's the male mystic potion that we do not want to forget about. And this guy has really nice patterns as well, just like the female. They came out of the same clutch, which is really cool. Hopefully a future breeder and make more of them. But I just like the patterns, like I said before, the colorations and the variety of the back design. And then down here is where the pattern will be more visible as both of them, and then in this combo, it'll be more visible as they grow up. So let's just enjoy watching Pop-Tart eat. Well, as you can see, not much to see on the Anaconda. They basically just wrap the entire meal until they pretty much finish it. So it's almost impossible to see or really watch them eat it unless it's just like a really good angle, or they pretty much want you to see them, which kind of sucks because it would have been cool to actually watch her eat it like normal, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think this is her new meal size for the next little bit. I might try to get her a smaller rabbit if I can get one locally, but I think that's a good size, at least weekly. We'll see what happens though. Hopefully she can keep it down. There she goes. A little bit of the tail. So it's very tough to get feeding videos or feeding shots with them finishing their food, because you don't want to disrupt them because they will regurgitate. You don't want to stress them out. You don't want to you don't really want to like poke them and move their bodies around because, like I said, they'll regurgitate or worse. So pretty much it's up to them. So if it's a bad shot, then I apologize, or I just won't even put it in. So that's basically like, you know, as bad as it gets on feeding them. And then Mountain Dew is eating, and I'm assuming it's going to be just as well. She's almost done. So here it is again. I know it's kind of dark in here, but they basically wrap the entire prey around their whole body and hide it. I don't know why that is. It's different than the ball pythons. It's different than the other boas, and even really the Burm. But that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys want to see next, or a specific snake. I'll try to make that happen. So how I get her back in here, I'm not going to show you guys, but I basically just coax her along, and I need to do that pretty quickly because she's going to go in the back where I don't want her to go, because she knows exactly where I don't want her to go. So hold on. Okay, and there she goes. So she's pretty smart. She knows exactly how to get back behind this, and every time I get her out, it frustrates me because there's not that much room back there, and so she squeezes herself behind the cage, and it takes forever to get her out. And since she's just 8, I don't want her back there because I don't want to mess around with her or stress her out and have her regurgitate. And since it's cold in Ohio again, since it's against the wall on the floor, it's going to get even colder. But that is it. Thank you guys for the support. Really appreciate the good comments and the subscribers. And I'll see you guys on the next video.